All right. Welcome as we begin some pirates here of Nicodranus of Wild Mount. And currently we have our Whisker pirates, those meant to get information to bring back to the Plank King Mallory Val Savage himself. As we've got few players that will be joining us, I think, in a little bit, as they got a little work later today, but we'll see what is happening as these three last time discovering some insane shenanigans supposedly by an organization known as the League of Miracles. Our crew feels they've discovered both something that has been doing a strange activity in the sewers below, as well as strange metallic creatures that are being grown above. Discovering this type of living mithril from Bernardo's alchemy that could be used in a variety of ways, and the amount of people who feel it is dangerous to be aware of it and to certainly have it, who don't want to run afoul of the league. And with all these considerations, they've been trying to decide what precisely to do. And with that, as they gave Bernardo himself a few crystals from the sewers to be playing with, have been sitting there deciding what their next move is. And so, as with that, we're going to jump in. Remember, if you are here, you can spend those channel points up them out and to get things moving. So, with that, in this place where minerals bubble and Monado slowly is dissolving in clear glass vials, this liquid and this crystal, you can see that almost instantaneously the crystal begins to turn this chemical concoction he had put up into something that looks like the sewer waters as it dilutes and dissolves. That's interesting. But what would you like to do?
I look at it and are you aware that the waters down below, I've heard that they can tell if it's possible, don't mark my words exactly, but turn dead people undead? And it looks just like that.
I mean, I haven't heard that. No. I knew there's been problems. I mean, the posting boards on the other side of Nicodranus are enough, and I mean, it's a crazy time for my wife not to be around, actually, but I didn't quite know that was happening. As he keeps looking at this vial a little bit,
like. I wonder, is that mithril 5 still buzzing around?
It is.
I tried to, oddly enough, I tried to catch it.
So remember the last time was it was very sharp.
Oh yeah. Okay,
and it would
yeah,
cut
right.
people.
Right, yeah, that's right. Shit. Maybe we can try on an insect or some other small animal to leave them in that liquid and see what happens.
Well, he kind of looks at it, and he puts light and he puts different fires. He observes the changes in each one as he's just messing with it. And he kind of lays it out on a metal sheet. The liquid, just pours it out, and he looks and he grabs a few other contraptions, and you see like the liquid begin to dissolve, and he gets You see that there's a collection of crystal that he gets out of this. He kind of taps. That is more crystal, and he weighs it. He goes, "That's because crystal has a higher mass than what you brought me."
It's does that mean that it is either like what is causing it to get more dense? You think is it rapidly multiplying within? Is it collecting from around itself, or is it
What
the
I
same?
can tell, when I dissolved in the water, it looked like it was multiplying in its dissolved state. But then when evaporated and put in contact with a seed, it reconstitutes itself. In other words, it self-multiplies.
It did turn into a form of pure energy when it went inside of Osmus. He said it acted as a stimulant to his mind, similarly to caffeine, but in a more magically empowering way.
Makes a type of sense. As far as its effects, I could try to still test it, but well, what I can determine is if this is in the sewers where there's liquid, it's going to keep growing and getting denser until it begins to multiply out. Like the crystals are going to grow down there. And it's entirely possible that this could have started with a very small amount. Depending on how long it's been doing this. If that's what you're saying.
It also granted sentience or self-awareness to a pair of the undead that were down there that we met. They're going by the name Sai and Rai.
I mean, that is way beyond what I do. That's, I mean, I guess if
No, just something else to keep in mind for your testing, that it managed to do that.
I don't think so on it. Yeah. I'm wondering what it does when subjected to someone's bloodstream like that. Does it continue to multiply? Or does it change? Is it self-sentient? I don't know. This is strange. This is like something. It's like a living thing.
I'm sure Osmus would be fine with you taking a vial of his blood to determine that. He would very much like to know any kind of new information, I'm sure.
I would offer my own up if you could.
He is quite the astute researcher.
We'll take some of that, and that's going to take him a little bit more time to try to determine, though.
I have that same shirt, Jonathan.
Yeah, I got it when it was on sale.
Same. But well, yes, we understand. You've been doing a lot for us, and we appreciate it either way.
Did you want your share of the mithril ingots brought here, or did you want us to continue holding them at our hunter's fridge locker?
Yeah, you can bring them when you can. I'll take them. I can make use of them here.
Speaking of, I should probably start working on that bullet.
Yes. We may need to re-up on the... I think we have 2 or 3 more days after today.
We'll
I don't recall exactly.
Yes, the cart, and we'll have to, I guess, the room as well. Or did we buy a month? I don't know.
The rooms we bought a month.
Okay. Yes. There we go.
But the cart and horse, yeah, we would have to re-up that as well. Or actually, no, it was we could rent it, and then as long as we bring it back, then we get back like part of the down payment.
Right. Now, I'm sure you get all kinds of characters in here, but has anyone in particular been coming in that put you off in a way? Other than just the unruly type, or maybe the type that don't have money, but the type that maybe act like they have too much money. And
not too much. I would say there was a gentleman who came in who just bought a lot of I guess you could say he bought 30 kits to kind of do alchemy. He asked me to put them together, and I thought that was a large number, but I didn't know if, with everything going on, it seemed maybe there's some stuff going on out there, but he said it was for the relief effort. So I got them together.
So these are not like something you would use in a classroom, but for maybe an operation or a mass producing of alchemic potions.
Yeah, they're like field kits. They're what you would go out to set up and maybe do can make some stuff with. You can make like rudimentary, like basic healing potions or poisons, acids.
Interesting.
If you know what you're doing, you can be making a bomb or something, but it's basic things.
Now, this gentleman, what did he look like? Just curious.
Sure. He was dark skin, kind of thinks for a moment. I guess green eyes and just large dreadlocked hair coming all the way down to about the middle of his spine, I guess. He wore this standard brown leather armor.
Does that remind you of anyone, gents? As I look around, I don't in particular think I know this person, but it definitely seems like a very striking person. Someone that might stand out in the crowd if they're out and about often. Well, thank you. I appreciate the info.
Yeah, that kind of rings a bell. Didn't we see someone looking like that in at the where we've been staying?
You know what? I think I do recall, but I remember every time I'm there, just the food overtakes me.
Yeah, I think he was with that turtle person with the rock, that piece of rock that Dozer and Dozer and Oz were very interested in.
Oh, that is just something about it that gives me shivers.
A lot of stuff nowadays is doing that to me too.
But I think then that is at least a person of interest that we could keep our eyes on. And I'm also curious to find the Jameson's children. I feel like, somebody that, as he says, children that they're easily molded and they seek, glory or riches or whatever it is. They might lead us to the people we are looking for.
Apik is the gentleman you were speaking of, the turtle that we met, though he didn't give his
Yeah.
companions' names.
Yeah, but if we keep an eye on Epic or whatever Turtle Wizard, maybe we could spot this dreadlocked individual and maybe tail them next time we see them. Find out what they're doing.
I agree.
If I recall, they do all kind of part ways every day, or last I particularly paid attention to them, they part ways.
Yes. How about, and maybe I'm crazy. Okay, I am. But especially, what if we put out a summons for a job posting? A simple one, but one that maybe could entice the likes of one of Jameson's children, particularly the son. Remember, they were very good with their mouth, and they knew how to basically, I guess, sell water to a well. And if maybe we are looking for, I don't know, salesman or someone to sell a material from a cart or something, we could entice that person, entice them to come out and seek the job, inquire. Sometimes you can bait humans just as you can bait monsters.
Yeah, I like that idea. If we could word it right, get the right person out, then maybe it'll draw more attention.
Perhaps if he's as adept as you say, he could find a buyer for our mithril ingots.
Well, that's true. We could kill two birds with one stone. He can lead us to his sisters and maybe what he's been up to, and also make some money and do some things ourselves. And plus, we make Jameson happy. I would love to learn something from him. So, Sunder, we can, and you seem good enough with writing stuff down, maybe contracts, I don't know. We want to hopefully pull a job listing to maybe get the Jameson son attracted and then learn more from him. And then we need to work on the bullet as well. And then stake out the gentleman that was with the turtle wizard that we met. Dark-skinned, green-eyed gentleman with the dreads. He came in here and, as you heard, bought the 30 alchemy kit. So it's someone that we definitely need to keep our eye on.
Thunder sits in silence.
I mean, as far as contracts go, I don't actually have a forgery kit or actually remember how to use that thing, so
Wait,
it may not be.
Why would you?
Oh, you want like a legitimate contract, like an actual contract?
Yeah, it's nothing magical, just a piece of part. I mean, I could write one up.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
tell
no.
me what you
No,
want.
that's we can do that.
We're not trying to bind Veep to us magically.
Well, it's more like having really good-looking contracts is super helpful sometimes. That's all.
I could certainly write in calligraphy if that would make it better.
I guess
Usually
we need to.
it's about flaps and seals. It's about having the right. Never mind.
The right pizzazz.
Pizzazz, yes.
Yeah,
or the
pizzazz.
right wax from the right place that looks like a certain person's signet seal, or somebody who's really good at knowing what handwriting looks like.
A
Stuff like that.
seal. I like that idea.
Yeah, it's sort of an old-fashioned way to do it because it's totally forgeable, but it totally convinces people.
Yeah, everyone likes a good stamp.
Right. Especially like really impressive one on a ring with like a dragon on it or some weird shapes or something like that.
You know what?
Anyhow, if it's just a contract you need, I can probably help a little bit.
Oh, I guess we should start on that job description as well. All right. Traveling cart sales and I don't know. I'm not good at this. I'm usually taking the jobs, not giving them out.
Well, if you were applying for the job, what would you want to see on it?
Lots of zeros.
Right, lots of zeros. I get that part. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I mean, okay. I love a good
Traveling
challenge.
cart sales and lots of zeros. Got it.
I like a good challenge. So I mean, if uncharted sales territory.
There's some cleverness there.
Yeah.
What's the word? Not expeditionary. What's the word for being willing to go out into stupid places and do stupid things? Shit. It's
Whisker.
a what?
A whisker.
Okay, you're not wrong. Oh man, there's a word for this. I'm trying to remember what it is. No, that's infernal. Hang on.
That's infernal.
Adventurous is good. It's a little too much. It's a little too aggressive. Traveling cart sales and territorial expansion. How's that?
I like it.
Territorial. I can put the R in the right place too. Yeah, there we go. Expansion. So requesting adventurous souls. To help with. How should we frame this one, Mel? What do you think? Not too sharp.
Ooh. Audacious. That's great.
Good word, wrong place, wrong. Well, no, that could actually work. Requesting adventurous, audacious. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's maybe too much.
Charismatic.
Charismatic. That's a good word. Yeah, that's the R in the A. Hang on. Charismatic. There we go.
I write out charismatic.
Charismatic adventurous souls to help with expansion of sales territory into, I don't know, the great unknown. Where are we going?
Well, it seems very interesting here, but maybe across the coast.
Across the coast, got it. Selling what exactly?
Oh, well, we would probably be trying to sell off our mithril, but
An exotic metal.
Exotic metal, yes.
Exotic wares.
Exotic.
It's not wares, it's just ingots.
What if you could wear them?
You
What
cannot.
if you could make? Nah, Dogson said he could make it into armor. You could wear that.
Well, we would have to get him to make that then.
Well, then maybe we. Is this a real ad or is this just a lie? Because if it's weird, if it's a real ad, maybe we could throw more stuff in there than just the ingots. I don't know. Maybe if we get more shit to do.
Well, if we really want him to actually sell the ingots, I mean, it's somewhat real, even though we have underhanded intentions.
I don't believe our intentions are underhanded. We wish to find this Feep fellow and his sisters to see what.
Okay, but we can't tell him, hey, Feep, your daddy's looking for you, and
Yeah.
we're looking for your sisters because they might be in with some bad people, and you may too.
Yeah, we can't just be upfront about that.
But I mean, trust is important, so I guess maybe as we learn to trust him, we can open up ourselves. But okay, exotic metals.
Never before seen. Sunder's writing frantically at this point, having touched his butt.
Competitive wages.
Insurance, life insurance, maybe, because that may come into play.
Um,
Guards, possibly, maybe.
On the job healing. On the job healthcare.
That makes it sound dangerous, though.
Oh yeah.
On the job healing is good for like, I don't know, zombie crypt excavator. I don't know. Something. This shouldn't be dangerous, right? At least in
Yeah,
theory.
yeah.
Fast-paced work environment.
Fast-paced work environment.
Oh, family first.
Family first. Yeah.
What?
Because
You're going to be on the road constantly.
yeah,
toting
but
a
when you're
cart
on
full
the
of
road,
expensive,
you're like
dangerous
a
metals.
family.
Okay.
Your crew's gonna be like your new family.
Ooh,
Yeah,
potential bonuses.
Okay. Bonus potential. Significant bonus potential. There we go.
I like this.
I like this.
Only soliciting. I don't want to say single or no strings attached.
Oh, you could say bachelor's charismatic
Unencumbered?
bachelor's preferred.
Unencumbered.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, big
Unencumbered
word.
employees preferred.
Unencumbered applicants. Or no employee. 'Cause, hey, you already got the job.
Applicants, yeah, applicants. That's a good word.
Shall we? Well, we have to give them a place to leave resumes and paperwork.
Just
at the hotel.
yeah, the Grand Shanty.
Yeah. For a room, whatever room we're in.
Leave it at the front desk, and we'll come ask for it.
Yes. Maybe leave
Way
your
to
own.
contact you.
Yeah.
Or a place that we can find you.
Leave at the front desk under spooky job offering. No, what's we need a very boring name for this. Like I don't know, Goldthwaite and Blotz. I don't some just very businessy sounding business place thing.
Mighty Metals.
Mighty Metals. That's
That's
Descriptive.
exciting. Yeah.
is that exciting enough? What do you think?
I like
Mighty Metals.
alliterations.
Might have been fun.
Mighty Metals it is.
Did you have another suggestion, Sunder, before you wrote that down?
I've already inked, but I guess I can scratch it out. I don't know. Just like it seems, it sounds like the kind of thing that a chastity belt salesperson. No, wait. Sounds like the kind of thing that a gnome who's feeling insecure might say.
Fair enough.
We definitely don't want it to be too like fly by night.
Right.
I had a thought. If we're looking for the gentleman with the dreadlocks, we could always look for one of Kriensha's children, the ones that wear the pendant of Sehanin, and see if they haven't spotted him around
That's
the
right.
city.
Forgot about him.
I don't know, malleable minds. I don't know. Alliteration. It just me. I don't know. Something about it. Oh, and then we can shorten it to Eminem.
What's the significance of that?
Just
like
Eminem.
M's? You just like M's?
Oh
Okay,
well, I mean,
whatever.
my name. If I have a child, I'd probably give them an M name as well.
Yeah, Mel. Okay.
What about-
Melon.
What about Melon and Moon Enterprises? Because
Melon.
you're Melon. My last name's Gray Moon. I mean,
It's cool.
you got that. You got your M&M.
Yeah, it's true. And everyone loves a good enterprise.
Or what
what's
about
another-
Melon Gray Moon MGM?
MGM. Ooh,
It would be grand.
it would be good.
We're not actually going to incorporate this, right? We're not like actually going to go for limited charter and like ask the local government for permission to have a
Matt's
separable
making
business.
cups right now, bro. Like, what do you mean?
They're working on logos. It's gonna be great.
How do we always end up here?
Do we need to be making this quite so extravagant? Would the mistress approve?
I mean, I'm kind of excited about this right now. Like, this is cool.
This, I heard that.
I mean, this could also
Toes
get
and
us a
family.
seat. This could get us a seat at like the business meetings.
Well, this is just a blatant lie. Mithril's been seen before.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
it's
but
not
but
the other
this-
places.
Not like this. This is the new.
I no.
This is new Mithril because it's fresh
It's
out.
liquid.
And
No,
you
but
possibly
we're not selling them
temperamental.
the quick Mithril.
Yeah, we're selling them the Mithril. But like, hey, we
I
got
guess
it.
that one's yes, but if you recall, Dogson said that was like mind
okay.
Mithril.
Okay. How about is it animal derived? Could we say animal derived mithril because that sells
I
quite
suppose that
differently?
wouldn't be a lie.
Ooh, yeah.
Animal, and by the way, that makes it way.
Or
super sexy.
organic mithril.
All
Organic
Mithril is
Mithril.
organic.
Shh.
Now we're throwing it on there that it is organic.
Gluten-free mithril.
Gluten-free, non-GMO
Artisanally crafted.
Mithril.
Here we go.
No pesticides.
What's a gluten anyway?
I don't care. It's free.
Alright. Okay.
I mean, it's definitely poison free as best we can tell, right?
Yes, I think so.
I haven't eaten any mithril lately, but I could be wrong. So, what do you think? Should I add some more flourish and blot?
I think we have a lot of good stuff so far.
Okay.
But
Competitive
we can
wages, on the job
finish it.
healing, fast paced work environment. Yeah, this could work.
so what's the starting wage?
Hang on. Is it moon and melon or melon and moon?
Melon.
You're like-
moon.
You
Melon
think
and
so?
moon.
Okay.
Yeah, it just rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
Does it though? Does it?
I think it does. Damn.
Moon melon sounds like one of those gentlemen clubs.
Yes, very, very well. Gentleman's not the term I would use, but yes. That probably is adequate then for our job posting. So we need a bunch of copies of this posted on various corners, and we should probably keep an eye on our. Is it an inbox? No, it's really just the box at the end that carries our mail for us.
It is an inbox.
It's the inbox. Two ends.
It's got two ends for sure. It's the end box. The end box.
Yeah.
I feel so powerful for some reason.
This is now 2 nights that the parties I'm a part of have like business ventures.
Okay, so job posting. Got it. All right. What else is in the orders of business for today?
Well, it seems like we need some time for Melon to fully disembowel. No,
Disembowel is definitely not a good thing. You don't want that.
no. Well,
Dissect
she needs to
and
break apart
break apart.
the bullet.
Robe? No.
Disassemble is fine enough, gentlemen. I will.
Disintegrate usually goes really fast.
Dismember.
That's
yeah.
usually pretty icky.
Unencumber. Okay.
Mm.
All right. So I guess I'll get on that for tonight. If anybody wants to come and watch, they can. But I should probably get on that.
Yeah, that seems interesting. I've been around all just magic talk and oh wow, that I just want to see something get hacked up.
Okay. Do you have any particular
It's-
emotions you're expressing, or you just
No,
feeling the need to
it's
see
just a certain change of pace. It's just been magic talk and science talk, and
right? You're just got a
That's-
hankering for some blood. Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
I'm just bored, man. Come on.
Come on.
Help yourself.
He shoots things for fun.
Yeah.
It's a different type of gratification than.
I used to be a powder
Hey.
monkey. I'm happy when I'm firing and loading cannons. Or guns.
Did you get a lot of shore leave, or they just kind of leave you in the back of the boat to guard things?
What? Yeah.
Mostly that last part. Yeah. Yeah. You were missing out. Your misspent youth wasn't misspent enough. We can work on that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I'll see you at the Grand Shanty. Maybe. I'll be a few hours.
Do you need help, or just Captain Oliver?
No. I mean, like I said, anyone is welcome to come.
Okay.
Well, if we have a few days, perhaps of you needing to work on that, perhaps there's other things that we can each do. I know I have to save some of my coin to finish paying off Peaches, but I might see if she doesn't need anything, or if they don't need anything transcribed, that I can make some coin in the interim while we wait for Feep to hopefully answer. What if we get people that we don't want? We didn't discuss that.
Well, we got a business to run. I mean, we still got this mithril to go through.
Right, but there's fundamentally a trust question too. I don't normally hand a block of mithril to strangers and hope they do good things with it.
Well, you're a good talker, even though you're kind of shady. You could run the interview process.
Okay, we could try that. That could be something.
Yeah.
What's my threat budget? How much do I have to spend on making sure they're deathly afraid of us?
Melon, what do you think?
Well,
I mean, if we did an interview panel with all of us having weapons on hand, that would be pretty fucking scary.
yeah.
I can lend you my musket. You can just strap that to your back.
I actually think Mel's probably the scariest of a lot of us, but
Yeah, I was gonna say none
Like,
of you guys are really menacing.
big
It's
gun.
kind of.
I mean, menacing. I wouldn't go for menacing. Like, I have other qualities.
Gaunt.
You're covered in tattoos and you have an invisible imp always on your shoulder.
That's true. That is a little creepy.
That doesn't play to him being intimidating if the imp is invisible.
I can make him not invisible. Visible, I guess, is the word that you'd use. Or it could be a raven, or a spider, or maybe a
You
frog.
could
Or
just
something.
start whispering shit in the interviewee's ears and be like,
That's pretty
"This dude's
creepy.
creepy." Yeah.
Or start playing with their hair. That usually freaks them out pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely scared one or two out of the bed that way.
That doesn't surprise me.
Nothing surprises you at this point. Anyways, so what I'm thinking is, I can do the initial interview and figure out if they suck or not, and then you guys can intimidate the fuck out of them, and then we can hopefully have an actual employee that will stick to their guns and get paid good money. Well, not literally.
Good money.
Do the job well and not betray us and not have to hunt down later and eventually scalp and make a mess out of.
Well, we're trying to look for one particular person, but yes.
Well, I
if we-
understand that, but like if we happen to have extra employees, it wouldn't kill us, right? We have a little bit of cash on hand.
Right.
If the returns are good, we're good. Maybe.
I agree.
Because my biggest question is, are they going to rob the till? That's fundamentally it. Like, will they try to take the money and run? Which I guess means we should at least start them off selling one ingot at a time, and not more, and just see if they can find us a good buyer, and then.
Well, it's a 20-pound ingot, so I don't know how much.
Anybody could carry it. It's just a matter of not losing it or not
No.
getting.
No, I just don't know how much unprocessed mithril somebody might want. It is a.
On Dark Toe, there was this weird dude. I don't know what his deal was, but like he had this little blacksmith shop, and it burned down or something. And then later, like I guess he came back to the island. He was always looking for weird metals. There's got to be somebody like that around here. Somebody.
Well, we only know Master Dogson currently. Right. I suppose we could go to one of his competitors, but that feels strange.
We could also, again, if we have a cart and maybe a sad-looking donkey, and depending on what the bugbears do, We could send someone down the road to adjacent towns and see if there's a market there. We could actually send them without the mithril to feel it out, and if they find a market, then we could pay them.
Or up the coast, you know,
Mm-hmm.
around the coast.
Yeah, I imagine a civilization rebuilding from a calamity probably needs lots of mithril.
Or just build materials.
Mm-hmm.
It could be versatile.
Yeah. Metal's metal. Use it to make whatever. Just so happens this is
Extremely expensive
Yeah.
metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something there's some rhyme or reason around 3 pigs who built their houses out of different materials, and mithril wasn't mentioned, so I'm not sure how
Well-
common it is in rebuilding things around here.
It is a very pretty metal, if I say so myself.
Have you ever stolen? I mean, met a goldsmith. They use very small amounts of material, but it's like super helpful to work out of. But like they buy, because it's expensive, they buy little bits of it and use little bits of it to make cool things, as opposed to just coin. Turns out it's actually a very soft metal.
I did hear of that.
Mithril being soft metal doesn't seem to lead to its use as armor. Are you sure you have that right?
Oh no, gold is a very soft metal,
Oh,
which
gold.
is why goldsmiths
Yes,
usually
yes.
buy a little bit and then shape it. Mithril is not soft; it's pretty hard. Like if you bite into it, you'll probably chip your teeth before you really leave a mark.
Why on earth would you bite any kind of metal?
Because
there's
there's
authenticity.
Have you
Those
had
are-
to deal with false coinage before?
yes,
Not me personally.
yes.
That was my job.
Silver, gold, and tin have very different mouthfeel, tooth feel. What's the word for that?
Taste.
Yeah, that's also true, but I don't go for the taste. It's been in enough hands. I'm very concerned about the taste.
Could you not just have examined the shavings?
Sometimes, but there's the whole concept of guilt and annealing and like mixing your metals and adulterating metals, which is actually super lucrative in the right hands. But yeah, it's not always easy to tell what the metal is made of without cutting the metal, and then cutting the metal sort of ruins the coin. Anyways, we're down a rabbit hole. No offense to rabbits, I guess. We'll try to find somebody. No problem.
Well, I love the chat, boys, but I'll head on. Oliver, I'll see you there.
Yeah, I'll be there in a few.
All right. Just I had to like kind of remove myself so you guys didn't try to talk to me.
All right. So that's written at least. I can go run out and post these things on the various corners if you want, and just come back to the hotel or the what's the word? It's not a hotel. It's something else. Not a motel. Holiday Inn.
Hostel.
The inn later. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, do that.
I will run out and post those things.
Dozer, is there anything you got to do?
Well, I need to make some coin, so that way I can continue creating more spell scrolls.
How much coin do you need exactly?
Each spell scroll takes about 25 gold worth of ink and paper.
Okay. So how many do you need?
Well, if Melon's going to be preoccupied for the next 3 days, I figured I would make a few.
So you need a couple hundred?
Potentially.
Do you know what a tontine is?
A what?
Tontine?
I'm not familiar with that word.
Never mind. We'll talk about it later. I would be willing to loan you some gold
Well, I
on
was
the
just going-
expectation that there would be some return to it in the future.
Are you trying to charge me interest?
That's usually what usurers do. Yes, that's the idea.
I think I'll see if Peaches doesn't have some scribing work that I can't do for her then.
Well, it's just an easy 400 gold. That's all.
Well, I can only make about 2 scrolls a day at max of the
So you
lowest
have-
level.
Plenty of time.
Though I suppose I could make one of a higher level if I spent a day and 2 nights on it. That could be useful.
We also need to sit down at some point and trade a few tricks, and it may take some significant time to do so, but I can teach you a few things if you want. Usually flashy, burny things, but things.
Yes, we discussed you teaching me Fireball.
Among others.
All right, this is magic talk. This is the part where I excuse
So,
myself.
sorry.
Melon.
I'm
Y'all do what you got to do. I'm gonna go watch Melon break apart a bullet.
all over TV.
Having... Oh, never mind. That is much more expensive than I recalled. I was going to do multiple second level spell scrolls, but those are $250 a piece to make.
Sounds like we have a cash
I
problem.
was like extra vortex warps would be useful. Well, we wouldn't if we could unload the mithril. Then we would all be flush with gold.
That's fair. Speaking of, I might want to do some asking around. Tell you what, you sit and think about my generous offer, unstated in terms of return, and I'm going to go post these things on the boards and maybe go ask some weird questions. Sound reasonable?
That's fine. I think I'll make my way to Peaches.
Okay. So, this job listing that you're posting, what is it again? So I can get this in my head.
He did put it in chat. Yeah, he put it.
It's listed mid-game chat.
Thank you.
It's a little bit of snark, just a hair of snark, not too much snark.
That's great.
It's so amazing.
It's on brand, at least.
Let's see this here. Okay, sales job. Traveling cart sales with territorial expansion potential. Requesting charismatic and adventurous souls to help with expansion of Sarah's territory across the coast, selling exotic metals never before seen on the continent. Competitive wages, on the job healing, a fast-paced work environment, significant bonus potential, unencumbered applicants preferred. Post resumes to the Grand Shanty. Leave at the front desk under Melon and Moon LTD. So,
I think we're missing some of the italics and emphasis that was in the original.
yeah.
But it's mostly there.
Amazing. All right, so waiting for answerings at the job posting. But there.
I'll go ahead and take at least 4 or 5 copies, 6 copies, and run them out to like major market squares where someone has a bulletin board posted or something like that. Any of the like help wanted sort of points, and put them out there, and then maybe wander and find some trouble.
You gotta find it. Put it at the bar, the gentleman's house, market.
Ouch. Shiny, happy pumpkin people is correct. You are not wrong.
Very true.
So what are we doing? What are you doing? So we got that going, and then
Yeah.
I guess
I need to make some checks. Yeah, I'm gonna take apart the bullet.
You were doing some bullet surgery. Okay.
Yeah.
With his specialty stuff.
Yeah, my Carver Guild tools.
On it.
Doing some
Okay.
harvesting.
So you can go ahead. That will be your essentially survival, but you have proficiency and all that.
Mm-hmm.
With me there, and if Melon tells me what to do, could I help out with this?
I mean, you'd have to have proficiency in their particular tools, I would think.
Oh, okay. I'll just sit and watch then.
Moral
so-
support.
I bring out a pack, and as you see, it's like a leather wrapped, black leather pack, and I unroll it, lay it down on the table next to the bullet, and I have all types of different, serrated knives, all different types of blades, tongs, some rib cutters. Get that all out. Prepare from one of my favorite things to do. Right, this is how you learn the weak points. Right, how to really carve them up in battle is by examining them and taking them apart when they're dead. So I start humming to myself, and I get in my zone. And I will use inspiration for this. And let's get it. First roll of the day. Not bad. 21.
1. Very good. All right. In that case, after some time here, you're able to extract its hide in good condition,
Sweet.
as well as 4 claws and a small pouch of its teeth.
Pouch of teeth.
Same after looking at it carefully, you feel like you could likely make a studded leather armor out of this as well, though if you use some time you can make stone swim armor.
Oh.
Well, with the claws you could do a stone cleaver weapon of some type.
Okay.
With the teeth, you could either do a very sharp dagger or spear, so essentially a +1 dagger or +1 spear.
Cool. And could you imagine, Oliver, if we do use these products to create something that we outfit our employees with these things? It would really bring interest into what we're doing. It shows the potential of what we're selling.
Yeah, that would be a very very nifty job, Park.
Well, that was enough for one day. My fingers, they start to get a little cramped, so.
Big thing with your bullet hide is that it would be useless in about 10 days.
Okay, so you gotta kind of get to it. Okay. It probably takes, how long would it take to make the armor? Do I know? I'm not really proficient in leather making, but being around people and guilds guild members that have probably done that.
I'd say about 5 days of work.
Okay.
Which I think you do have access to the harvesting handbook, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so that's all. Everything I mentioned is in there for you.
Okay, cool.
Got to that previously.
Perfect.
That stone swim armor is awesome, but you do not disturb the material you move through is weird. How are you burrowing and not affecting it? At that point, you're just phasing.
Like,
Phasing through, that's a
Yeah.
Like Vision, Martian Manhunter, just whoosh.
Yeah. That's pretty legit.
All right, so I guess I will hang some of this up here. I'll bring.
But it would be studded leather, just 'cause
Studded
it shows-
leather or
it
the
shows-
stone swim.
Oh, okay, gotcha. because it's the stone swim armor shows it as plate. I was like, ooh, we can alternate it into a smaller one.
Now you can use the hide to make studded, or you can make the plate out of it.
Gotcha.
Basically, you could use the leather part, and you cut up the plates to make the studs.
Right. Gotcha. Well, I guess to the Grand Cheney, I could use a drink and some food.
Okay. So spend that time getting the boulette nice and good over at the Hunters Guild that does have everything you need. And basically, we just actually, what's Chino doing?
Gino!
Oh. All right.
Steven, did you forget your Gino? What you doing?
All right.
He said, "I'm
Dozer.
here."
Okay. Yeah. So we were asking you what you're doing there, Gino. Like, what's Gino doing during this time? We're asking you to play the game. You know that we're playing.
I might be talking to his
Yeah.
His brother, yeah.
All right.
Um,
We'll give you. Oh, you can't.
Oh, you
unmute.
can't unmute.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Man, tell him the STFU real quick. Shit.
Oh, okay. You think about it. We'll come back then, as long as I know. We're trying to get you in here. Dozer, you're going to Peaches.
Peaches, yes.
Okay. So, you make your way past the Peaches stand to Peaches shop. And like you, yep.
Peaches, and I'm looking around to see if they're gonna jump down on top of me again.
Again, and it's the usual crowd, the crowded thing, just so much in there. Things are at a loss, and you make a perception check, see if you can catch Peaches this time.
Would I have their scent from the last time since they were on me? Could I try to smell them?
I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you.
It's a +0, so I'm just trying to use my keen sense with my trunk. A whole 10.
And I go, okay, I'm not going to let him surprise me this time as you lift up your trunk and they're set and they're on it.
My whole like trunk blast, like Tarzan, where he blows the actual horn with his trunk. Oh, Peaches, you frightened me.
Good. Much better if you are scared of me, and I won't have to cut you later.
That's most preferable if you don't harm me at a later date. I was coming to see if you had any potential scribing work that you needed done. Melon is busy taking apart the bullet that we had slain, and I find myself a little short on gold as we were unable to unload any significant amount of the mithril. I'm trying to make some more spell scrolls since I keep finding myself in much more dire situations than I ever expected to be in.
Well, I gotta do 30 copper a word. So, per scroll, most scrolls anyway, that'll get you about 5 silver.
That is extortion, if ever I've heard. It costs about 25 gold worth of arcane-infused ink to make a single spell scroll of just above generic-powered magic. I couldn't possibly accept that deal.
Okay. Good luck finding work.
Is there anything else that perhaps I'm quite good at remembering anything that I see? Is there something else that I could perhaps assist you with to earn some coinage? Not me waiting for her to put me in a card game because I can remember everything perfectly.
God, you guys are
It's the secret
definitely
hangover.
gambling guys. Oh my god.
It's only called gambling if you don't know you're gonna win. Just counting.
I can totally see that.
Kind of goes, well, I got word of some, let's just call them documents, that I would like to know what's on them. You can go take a peek at those, and then come and write it all down. I can hook you up with 500 gold.
Ooh.
Where would I find these documents?
Well, last time I believe I probably either an attic or a basement of a noble house called Farringern.
So you do not have access to these documents?
No, then why would I need you?
I thought they were potentially encoded and you needed me to break the cipher.
Nope, just good information. Just take a look at it. Remember everything, write it all down, and give it to me, get 500 gold. And don't get caught, because I'd hate... Well, you'd hate to see yourself in jail. I don't have much emotion, so it's fine.
The attic or the basement? You don't know precisely which?
Nope. Because those are the only two areas that are guarded against my sight, and I looked all everywhere else in the house.
I see.
And I know they haven't left.
Do you know what the subject of these documents are, so I know I have the right documents?
The button eyes narrow.
And I wouldn't want to give you useless information.
This is true. They are plans for various enchanted items. Formula. Supposedly... Well, actually, I verified it. So it's not really a suppose anymore. But, being able to mass produce them very quickly. Actually, I mean, if you see them and could also burn them, that'd be awesome. As long as I get them. Because I know better than how to flood markets.
I've started to put together a plan as to how to go about getting this information for you, but it would not allow me to incinerate their copies.
Well, that's fine. That would just be 1,000 gold bonus, you know. It's up to you.
I will see what I can do. You still needed a few more days for the portable hole, yes?
Nope. I got that for you.
Oh.
All right. And I'm trying to remember, did you prepay for that?
I paid half up front and then half on delivery.
Nah, you got my gold?
Yes, of course. And I pull out the other 250.
There you go. One portable hole. Kind of flaps it around and tosses it at you.
Is there enough space on the floor for me to lay it out?
Yeah.
So I'll lay it out. And
It's like black amorphous, like pure darkness thing. Flay it on.
and like step in because it's 6 feet deep.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be most useful in the moving of our goods. Thank you very much, Peaches. And again, I apologize for any offense I may have imparted upon you on my last visit. It was I spoke with Sunder, and he explained to me where I went wrong. I meant no offense. I was just stating a fact of observation.
Okay. It's all good. You pay, especially if, you're making me money. I'm good.
I'll
One
fold it
thing
up.
I did, I don't like to make things the same. So I made that one with an hour worth of air, just so you know.
Oh, I think my plan may have just gotten more doable.
In chips.
Thank you.
But,
Huh?
chips.
Chips?
Mhm.
Oh, bring chips.
No,
Under-
there's chips in there.
Oh, I did not notice.
Yep.
Okay, I will have to see how I go about your request, but I have the startings of a plan that I think can be successful.
Yep, yeah. Sounds good. I just thought, why have air when you can't have chips? Makes no sense. So there you go.
Thank you. And I'll head out, just stroking a non-existent beard.
Just lift the trunk.
Curling my trunk, yeah. No, not that one, Will. I said twirling. Oh, Christ. I guess at that point I would go to find Melon, because she's actually been to Theron Jaren's place.
Find each other however all you... Actually, yeah. Gino, you able to not mute?
Or at least tell us what your character's doing.
Existential dread and crisis is probably what he's doing at this point.
Mood.
I think the primary, because this has all been kind of like a downtime-esque thing. Like, not much has been going on outside of like a current mission, like spending time with Peaches and stuff. I think that he would have been kind of playing with the ring on his hand, a small silver band, and pondering, the mission that the whole reason we're here, and part of that ring was the signification from like Digital's little pact what he got from the Moonweaver. So knowing that there's kind of like not so much of a timeline, but we need to make progress, and a little bit of like stress and anxiety from making sure that gets done.
So literal dread.
Pretty much, yeah.
What do you think? What does Gino think of the idea of like the job description thing, and like also I guess the network of stuff we've been learning about, like the people being like tied into possibly the alchemy projects, and like mass producing stuff of alchemic varieties.
Well, obviously that's there's a reason that it's being kept a secret, and there's a reason it's happening here, because there's not enough of a force to kind of meet against that, like with any type of like society that kind of collapses due to like a catastrophic event, that not so much as like martial law, but like yeah, like no real cops or anything else like that. Like this is the best environment to let those experiments go without having to worry about authorities knocking on their door and investigations being done outside of pretty much Wild West attitude with that. So it's definitely the perfect environment for that, but he doesn't like it. It's just like adding another thing to, because he feels the need to help out and kind of stop this, because it's it's not going to end well. Especially if it took how much to take them down. Like the common folk around here, if it gets wild, no one's going to be able to face up against it without casualties.
I'm also looking forward to figuring out the end of this, but meanwhile, Melanie is definitely a girl now, and while you're fiddling with your ring at the table while I'm scarfing down turkey legs or something, I am joyous. But I do see, if you're at the Grand Shanty, I recognize you.
Oh.
Is everyone now here? If we are chilling there, I don't know how long Sunder took to go around.
I don't know how long it took you to break down the bullet.
Oh yeah, true. I'm probably the last one there, really. Oliver and I.
Probably,
Makes
yeah.
sense. All right, so in the crazy multi-ship construction inn where kind of go from piece of ship to piece of ship, though there's the large galley in the center of them, known as a Grand Shanty, with one of the job notices posted up. All of you can reconvene. A lot of your little missions done.
Let me wedge one more in. While I'm out posting the job descriptions, can I by chance catch any hide or hair of the Thieves Guild or any kind of like underground activity?
Do you know thieves can't?
I do not. Again, my background is urchin, not thief. So I'm just looking for the kinds of people that would get themselves into trouble, or at least be interesting enough to have those kind of connections.
Okay, give me an insight check.
You got it. Flat roll says that's a nat one. Fuck me.
I love it. You just got into
The
a
dice
fight.
and I, we're so good together. We're so good together.
You offended someone.
Apparently,
Nice
quite
God.
someone. If it's still rolling shitty after
Everybody's
4 or 5
like,
sessions.
cop.
Yeah. And I will drag my ass in, tail between legs, after trying a couple different places and seeing nobody, and go back to the inn.
Mark.
Around what time would Melon be done with carving up the bullet for the day? Like, would it be like nighttime-ish, like after stores are closed?
Yeah, I don't think that late, because you guys had a basically early start, so.
Okay. Because I asked Peach to find a gun or something, and if I see Dozer still walking around after going to Peach's, or like head back to the inn and learn about the portable hole, Oliver would swing by Peach to see if his order is ready, or if Peach has found anything.
You just found anything about what?
Last time I was at Peach's, I asked them to find something like a
Or
revolver.
the gun? Yeah. Okay. Ah, yeah. I've been, I've got some contacts. We're talking. Getting some material from the Cauldron Sea.
Shit, that's
Gonna see
freaky.
what we can do.
Cool. Cool. Just wanted to check in on that. Thank you. I tip my imaginary hat and back out the door.
Goes and goes. And I would say we have a boat and you're doing your like goodwill thing, but if there's like people are looking for some special cargo, you just come talk to me.
Yeah. Keep that in mind. Thank you. Thank you kindly. That's great.
All right, then you all meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do return to the grain shanty.
Mhm. Appetite in hand.
I have to imagine Melon probably eats the better part of 2 suckling pigs for dinner every night. Like those muscles have to be something to maintain.
Oh, for sure.
I imagine like Goku levels of plates stacked up.
Yeah, I mean, she can definitely hold her own. She's wakes up early, no matter what, and she gets to it. So she's definitely a specimen for sure.
Melon, you've been to Theron Gerns. Do you believe you could? Well, obviously you could tell me where his place is, but did you see an entrance to a basement potentially? And how many stories was his house?
Well, see, this is great things because this is why I wanted to get the information from Tyrion because I believe there's so much interesting stuff about that house. But his bedroom was upstairs. Is that correct, man? From what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really keep an eye out for any-
You were in his bedroom?
Trust me, he didn't get far. We talk, play some card games. I
Played
wanted to
card
see
games
how
in
that
his bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. Continue.
But I had to see. He did have it set up very nicely. He was hoping to get lucky. He was lucky at the cards games, but maybe not so much. Anyways, I didn't really pay attention to the hatch, but I did remember looking at the walls and really observing the first floor heavily. Matt, do I remember any doors or anything in the first floor that I saw while walking through?
Anything on the first floor as far as so you saw something that you think could go to the basement.
Okay. But I definitely saw a door to the basement. We still have the offer for a group dinner. We can all go.
Oh, perhaps that's better than what I had planned. Peaches gave me a very interesting opportunity to earn some gold, as copying spells is very expensive. They want some copies of magic item formulae that they believe he has, either in the basement or the attic.
Well, that is.
And since I can recall anything that I see without error, they said if I could get them copies, they'd give me 500 gold, and if I destroy his copies, that I would garner 1,000 gold bonus.
Wow.
So
That
that
is a
that
lot
would
of
be.
spells.
But you would think, but in actuality, it would only really cover Sunder, the cost for Sunder to create a scroll of Fireball for me to then learn it, as I don't know if I can just learn from him showing it to me, even if repeatedly. And uh,
Yeah, I mean, however you learn, cool. But I just that's that's a task. I think we should follow up with Tyrion, and possibly he can get us more information of who owned it. We could, if they're, well, I think they're dead. So maybe anyone else that's been there or any friends of theirs, we can maybe get more information of the place.
Well, Mel, let me also ask the question: is it worth burning that bridge yet? Is it time to piss off Farron and Jaren in an overt way, or not quite yet?
Well, I mean, I think it would be risky. There's not like a time limit on your job, but I know that he would like the money. Um, Even if we go, right, we should make nice, and we should continue to make nice, and maybe we make nice enough that he goes and brings us there anyways.
It's quite
And
possible. And
you
maybe
just-
he walks us into his weird little warehouse at some point. I don't know that that's likely.
I suppose we could try to entice him with the mithril that we have available to us. If he's got ways to craft magical items quickly and efficiently, perhaps that is one of the metals that he requires to do
Or
so.
he may just recognize us as the holders of the mithril that he put out into distribution and put these on the into the various critters that are skulking around here and be like, aha, I connected the dots. You guys are the problem.
I suppose that is an outcome that could happen.
True. Then that way we could switch it back on him, and we'll determine, depending on what he does, when he finds out we're the problem, we switch it back, and public could be able to be like, yeah, he's the problem. He's doing shit.
Right. So, Cap, you're betting on the I saw what you saw, that I saw that you saw, that I saw,
Yeah.
and somebody eventually wins? Question mark. I don't know. How's that play out?
Plays out that we win.
Right. Got it. That was the inevitability, wasn't it? Yep. Got it. Yep. Okay. Cool. I would just say keep your powder dry on that one, Cap.
I mean, it's a hypothetical.
And so is your powder.
Sure.
The idea is not bad, but the nuance is missing.
Well,
What am I missing?
Nothing.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we go have group dinner with Darren and Jaren, one, we're walking into an uncontrolled environment, maybe the trap gets sprung on us. Two, his goons at least have seen us, or at least maybe have some idea of who we are. That's an angle. Three, we've been picking off animals we think might be related to maybe him or other unknown forces. We show up with the mithril from that place. That'd be interesting. Maybe not the most survivable move we can make. And then Dozer having a contract for some paperwork in his basement will probably piss him off if we do it wrong. Paranoia is an occupational hazard. If I'm wrong, just call it.
I had thought to change Marshmallow into a shape that could potentially burrow if we could find out if the basement had fully worked stone as a base, or if it was just a dirt floored basement. And
If you're planning to attack, or at least approach from the outside, we still know that the wards around the warehouse that kept, certain angry hawks attacking our good friend Toth may be in play when it comes to Farron Jaren's place too. Maybe we get close enough, maybe it's easy access, maybe not. Well, actually, our best chance, not that I've broken a lot of houses before, might be a very busy street on the edge where you couldn't put up very much of a barrier or a wall. and then maybe like an air grate or a vent or something where something small could get in.
Okay, I have an idea. What if? Okay, I had this field lieutenant, right, in the Carver's Guild, and he wore a robe. He called it his robe of many things. I don't know how he did that, but it had a few things. And one of the patches could create a window. And
What is the practical purpose of creating a window? Just
An opening that was not there prior so that you could escape.
yes,
Does you have to open it or close it? Does it like slide up or down or like sideways? How does that work?
it was. I think he said it was like 2 by 4 and 2 feet deep. So as long as the wall or whatever is less than 2 feet deep, then you could get through.
Assuming there's no warding preventing that sort of magical thing, that sounds reasonable. But this is again hypothetical. We don't have any friend or lieutenant with a patch of spare windows, do we?
I mean, I'm sure Peaches could find us something.
But again, every involvement with Peaches so far has incurred a debt. We're never on the right side of this.
We
balance,
don't
always on
want the
wrong side.
robe. We just want the patch.
This hypothetical should involve beanstalks and giants soon, right?
Well, we have undead coming up from the sewer sheet, and them becoming smart from eating rocks. So you tell me.
I don't have answers. For all I know, we are the giants on top of the beanstalk, and the fleas are actually us. However it works out. It's all confusing to me. If you think a patch of magic windows is the solution, I will, with morbid curiosity, follow along.
Well, it's just an idea.
If we get in there, I could always try to charm him.
Oh, that would.
We think he's a pretty powerful caster at this point. Why would you believe that would work?
When did
What
we
would you
decide
believe?
that he was a powerful caster?
Well,
If he just has exorbitant amounts of money, he could have paid
Right.
people to.
it's
do these
quite
things.
actually. Let's ask the question because I don't have to assume that the warding around the warehouse was him. It could be somebody else, but he showed up pretty much instantly after we started mucking with the warehouse. Could be unrelated. Mel, you've been the closest to him so far. Do you think Theron Jaren has a trick up his sleeve, or do you think he's just a rich asshole with really impressive retainers?
Yes. I
Both?
think that both could be true. I don't think he's anyone to be feared in that way, but him being well connected and rich gives him this really powerful buffer.
So, I mean, if I'm being cynical about it, I mean, like really, truly, deeply, exquisite cynical. Just knifing in the back might be the easiest solution here.
And since because Matt, I can read creatures and their kind of power level with the monster hunter. Do I feel like he's a powerful person, in physique or in in that type of way? So I think let me look at my future here.
Physique, not particularly. He's a gnome.
Well, yes. But let's see.
Gnomes
And he
can
was not
have,
described as a power building gnome. He was just a gnome in a suit.
I imagine like a 3.5 foot, fully stacked dude that's more wide
So
than tall.
I could learn any
Stallone, but
damages if he has
Correct.
any damage resistance or immunities, and any damage vulnerabilities. I could have learned,
Okay.
which would be interesting to know, and his armor class and class type.
Okay.
And the creature, if the creature is concealing any of these pieces of information with magic, such as illusion, I do not learn that piece of information with this, but instead become aware that it is being concealed.
Okay.
That's an interesting class.
Very
I would
useful, though.
say you are aware that he is concealing a lot.
Damn.
there's a good amount of things he's doing to keep himself unnoticed here.
Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah. He said he seems very good, but I can't. I just know that he is not. He's not putting all his cards on the table. He's definitely concealing a lot of.
I mean, that makes entire sense. Oh, out of character, I'd like to place a $5 bet on Minor God of Corruption. That sounds about right for him.
Intern.
Intern.
Yeah.
What, Facebook? What do you want?
Well, no,
Yeah.
I think he's just an intern with or just like a face.
An intern of
makeup.
corruption.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the job's well deserved at this point.
No,
So if
I got an idea for sure.
if he's holding back, if you're reasonably confident, Mel, that he's not everything he says he is, then we should approach this entire house dinner meeting scenario with some caution, right?
Oh, yes. I think it would be best. That's why I would like to keep friendlies as long as we can.
So, is our next step selling mithril or finding employees to sell mithril, or is it Farron Jaren, or is it something else?
Yes.
Yes doesn't help in this case.
Well, I mean, if right away. Well, okay, sorry. Let me come back a little bit. I did get stuff from the bullet. We can make daggers out of things. We can make like a stone like cleaver. But if we take time with the hide, we can make a sort of plate that is pretty almost lets you burrow like a bullet.
Can any of us wear armor that heavy?
I could.
Okay.
Feels like a great investment for you.
Do you think Master Dogson could create it?
I'm sure he could, honestly. He seems skilled enough. It would take 5 days and it goes bad in 10 days, so it's something I would invest in. And if we
Go see
give him some more metal for it, maybe we could even go. Yeah, we still have a long day ahead of us. That's something we can get on right away. We'll stop at the guild and bring out the hide and we'll go. do, 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 do.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be too crazy to do that with Dogson. I would say for his expertise, it would be about 500 gold.
I'll give it to him.
Okay. And then he can do that within about a week.
Okay, perfect.
So you put that out onto him. Anything else?
Well, so we still have a night ahead of us, gentlemen.
So, I mean, definitely getting the dinner at Farron Jones is a fairly simple matter.
Yeah.
You let him know, he'll arrange it.
Well, do we want to do the dinner right away so you guys can also see the place? Don't have to make any rash moves, but I think you should kind of see the grandeur for yourself.
Do you think he's going to invite all of us into his boudoir or just some?
Well, I don't think you'll get that far.
I would not probably. Yeah, you're right. I'm not that.
You look like you.
The other thing he did mention was for an offer to stay there.
Oh,
For that
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you were to, in other words, there's ways you could potentially shape this if you want to do something a little different.
Right.
But it's up to you. I'm just letting you know all your information.
Could we
Sure.
work in that we brought Bernardo his share, like covered in the cart?
Yeah, you got it. No worries.
Just because I keep
It's not a-
forgetting it.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
For that matter, like we've talked a little bit about keeping the liquid mithril apart and only having brick mithril to carry with us. We could use the guise of, hey, we're just two people who came across a bunch of mithril. Hopefully, it doesn't recognize it's from anything he's attached to, and use the can you help us fence this? Can you help us sell this as the angle?
It has been shaped into just ingots, so
It's just ingots, right? So like there's no clear marker on it. And unless he's able to immediately identify it's his mithril or something related to his projects, like we don't know. Maybe that's the game as well. Maybe this is the moment of clue where it's like, I don't know, Colonel Mustard with the lead pipe in the study, something like that. I don't know, something.
I'm
like,
down for that.
Well, do
It
you
at least
any of
would
you-
it would force a read, which means we'd have some concept of whether or not he's just like, oh yeah, let me help you invent some metals versus I can't do that for you versus those are mine. How'd you get those? It forces a read. That's useful. But by the way, I've been working fraud cases all day, so my head's all over that shit.
Do we want to do that before or after our hiree process?
Well, it's only been half day. I'm sure. I don't know. But that'll take some time, right?
At least a week
A
or
couple
two.
days,
Yeah.
at least, to get at least the first bite.
So,
We don't even know if Feep would go into the Grand Shanty.
well,
I suppose we should have asked after them. In all honesty,
yeah, we should have. I don't think that even the front desk know who Moon and Melon. Well, I guess they have.
But you can always
your last name.
you can always stop by today and say, if you get a letter
Yeah.
from Melon and Moon,
I generally assumed you informed
Did that.
them. They were
Okay,
like,
you-
you're here.
You did stop there. Yeah.
Yeah, this was like, I was
Alright,
like,
so-
oh, you haven't said it.
Right.
Screw
All right. So then, well, we can have a dinner, set up a day to stay, but I think we should do the dinner first so that maybe you guys will pick up more than what I saw when I was there. And does anyone know how to read people's minds?
unfortunately, that is not a magic I am capable of.
I
Gino?
Though,
guns.
though it would be very useful now that you say it. I'll have to see if that is another one that Peaches cannot provide.
Could you repeat your question?
Do you have a magic or maybe an innate ability to read people's minds?
Mind reading is not in my purview. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Well, I mean, that's an idea. Oh, but I guess let's start with the dinner. We'll go set up the dinner for maybe tomorrow night. And we start the day tomorrow looking at applications, if there's any that have been, and then I think we should go on the adventure ourselves. But to where, you don't ask me. I just
Should we reach back out to Sai and Rai to express to them Bernardo's findings?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could, but
Or should we just wait for some of the crystal to manifest and then give it to them ourselves to have
Yeah,
them
I mean-
be ingratiated to us?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to-
face-to-face conversation.
yeah, I don't want to give them too much information. Too much knowledge can in the wrong. I don't know them yet. I don't know. Well, they do seem like good people and kind-hearted. Could be used for bad. If we get too many, I couldn't imagine what would happen if they maybe gave it to other undeads, and we have a whole underground of intelligent undead.
I suppose that's true, but if it's just there for them to stumble upon, we may have that anyway. So we either, I think, need to secure it or somehow get rid of it. Because either way, that's a possibility if it's just left there unchecked.
It is true, and that's why I want to encourage them to pass on. It's honestly for the best of them. But I'm no cleric, and the gods, I just think it's the best. But anyways, let's see if we can stop to Fair Jaren's abode. And maybe on the way back, Tyrion might have some more information on the original homeowner.
Can someone remind me, did we find any concrete link or evidence or any correlation between Theron and the League?
Nope.
No, not yet.
Okay.
But we suspect we're looking for it. No,
And now
no
we-
clear links.
Now we know he has a protected attic and basement as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's that's where we're head. Matt is over to Fair and Jaren's, speak to the doorman or something. See if Farron's over there. Plan a dinner for tomorrow, and then start with some job postings and some adventuring tomorrow. Or we can even go down to the underground tonight after Fair and Jaren's.
Okay. I think. But there is a doorman who's yes, he would be unavailable tonight, so tomorrow would be good for your entire group. That was a standing invitation. I will let him know, and
What
should be fine.
What is Farron occupying with himself tonight?
I'm not at liberty to say, unfortunately. And this doorman you see is like a very large half ogre. That is dressed in this like purple suit.
Hell yeah.
Shadowrun.
But I will inform him of his appointment once I get a hold of him. Once he makes himself known once more.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Your name? As I hold up my hand.
Sebastian.
All right, Sebastian. As I hold out my hand to Sebastian, I try to use hunter instincts to also try to learn more things about him. It's going to be a DC equal to 5 plus the creature's CR in the moment.
Okay. Go ahead and make your check.
My intelligence plus my proficiency. I'll just do 6 here. Let's do investigation. That's plus 6. Mine would be a 12 right now. So yeah, DC is equal to 5 plus the creature's CR or level.
Okay.
And I would learn. I can choose to learn one of the things. I would have to, if I want to learn more, I'd have to actually spend 1 minute. So if I do get the
one thing, what one thing would you be interested in?
The creature's type, if he's actually a half ogre, and if he's concealing it or not.
He's indeed a half ogre.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll spend some more time looking at him later. All right. So I'm satisfied with that. So did you want to actually head down tonight, Dozer, to speak to Sai and Rai, or?
Well, you said it wouldn't be wise to necessarily give them all the information we found, though we should see if we can't. With their ability to control the mindless, and with seeing as they already had them dig out a cavern, I'm not quite sure what to do with the source where we found if we should destroy it or collect more, see if we can't wall it off, but I have no capabilities of creating a wall of any kind of permanence or at all.
Well, that's great, and I totally agree with you, but I remembered something. We need to find a bomb ourselves or someone that can make one, and shovels.
Ah, yes, I suppose we could return back to the Ankeg.
Yes, if we can blow apart some of that earth and get under there.
I
Or if we just wait a few days, I could burrow into it myself, maybe.
pickaxes and shovels, I feel like might be more useful than necessarily a bomb. That is, unless Captain, you can craft one.
I mean, I probably need some help making it. I'm not the best with building or tinkering, but maybe I can get it done.
I just assumed.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to like load
a small
cannons.
container of
Yeah,
black powder is what Melon wanted.
I could probably get it done. Maybe. Like I said, might need help. So
Do they make those silent now, or did I miss a page? Just do they make
silent. Oh,
quiet bombs? Yeah.
No. Big boom.
Right.
Big fire.
Okay.
Big boom. Big mess.
Big mess. Got it. Yeah.
Should we check in on the orphanage at all?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna try to find one of them kids with the Moonweaver symbol to see if they found spotted the dude with the dreadlocks that bought all the alchemy kits.
Or potentially, I think Jonathan, is it Hamandul? Forget
Hamandul.
That one. If they've seen them, potentially. Because I know that was a name that came up.
Yeah, I think with the Ankegs, what should I kind of? I think you might want to say what you're ultimately trying to do, and then think that way. Because this is a little, or it's like I think it's very meta probably, but like I don't think you want to just continually go kill 10 Ankegs a day every session and just go, hey, let's do that. So I think like what is the big thing, and then plan for the big thing. If that is what you're trying to do, as opposed to like, let's just find Ankegs and return when we're bloodied again and come back some other day.
I think it was just because we had told Tyrion, hey, yeah, we'll take care of this Ankeg problem. So we're trying to finish the extermination.
Yeah, so how are you going to do that? My thing is like, are you just like, hey, we're just going to do combat with 200 Ankegs over a course of time?
No.
Like so what is, that's what I was trying to think of in those
thing
terms.
called plot.
Honestly, if I could get some repellent, right? If we could just repel them somehow, like learn how, because like that's the thing, right? It's a waste to kill, like that's a huge effort, right? But if we could spread something around outside it deters them from even wanting to set here, that it's kind of just someone else's problem.
Yeah, that could be something if you're trying to get them to move on or kill. Yeah, so keep thinking that way so that you can make a bigger idea as opposed to, or just keep leaving and going back.
Because we could bring it to Tyrion, right? Then we could be like, okay, like you're leaking money here, right? What if we just got rid of the problem? No eggs, no this, no that. Because one, we think that those eggs and stuff are going to probably something that is just kind of replicating the problem, right? Especially if it's going to Farrington or something that's tied to him, right? Or to this just nefarious underground, So if we just got rid of them,
my thought on it was that we were checking to see if they had taken on a new mutation, since we had found the mithril ones. It was to see, did whoever left them the mithril that they then started actively breeding as these mithril Ankeg, if they had been left something else and had started as something new, or if they were still just mithril, or if we managed to get, because we knew a clutch of 20 eggs got taken, but we don't know if they hatched or whatnot. So that I think that was the idea, like see if a new mutation had emerged, but if they're, like you said, in hibernation, it would be a matter of finding getting into and finding the nest, getting into it, and then finishing the extermination to then gather more mithril and whatnot, especially the amniotic fluid and potentially the quick mithril.
Right, and then
That's the fun stuff.
right, and then after we kind of examine Farron's place, stay over the night, maybe acquire things that will make our silent, dipping into his place at night a little bit easier. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how soon we want to do that, but it's definitely something that one would be super fun to play out, and two, like I said, could be fun. So we'll see.
I think that would depend on how the dinner goes, and if we're just there like conversing and have like trying to make a deeper connection, or if we're there to start like, because if we can just get another invitation, the closer we get to him, if he sees, oh, these people aren't actually a problem, they're just helping the city, because we still haven't even confirmed if he's working with the League.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Well, we can still play very dumb, very very dumb.
Yeah. So it can just be an information gathering and try to get in with him, so to speak.
Yeah, that's right.
Or we can just full out, oh yeah, we go to dinner, try to sneak into his things, and
Well, no, we don't do that at dinner. We do that another night where he said that we could stay and enjoy his residence.
oh, that's right, yeah. So go to dinner, be good enough guests to get to be able to unsuspectedly accept the invitation to stay the night.
Yes, just trust, build trust, relationship building, bonding. This is what people do, Dozer.
What is that word?
Library.
Trust.
It's you in between. I don't know. I heard some drunk guy say it once.
Yeah, that's fine. We can work on trust. Trust is it's a thing.
We can also always contact the higher ups for direction.
Haven't done that in a while, have we?
I assume Osmus has been giving them some kind of periodic update, since he's the one that's able to do it.
Wait, so you assumed Birdbrain was gonna? You assumed Osmus was going to be consistent, reliable, and providing updates back?
Absolutely, with the amount of caffeine he gets, he's very sharp.
Which means he talks fast. Doesn't mean he's. Never mind. So memory and speed are different.
His brain goes fast.
I like your theory. It's a good theory. We haven't proven it yet.
Yeah, like you, those I don't know. The main difference, I don't know if you know this about you and Oz, is like you're very, you're reflective inside. Oz is very interested on what's outside, which makes him distracted.
No, but he would not have been recruited for this if they didn't think him capable, and they knew that he would be the only one able to contact headquarters.
Dozer, do you think anybody on this mission maybe got recruited because they were already in trouble with the law?
No.
Okay.
I kind of signed up for this, but I'm bad at signing up for things. I did go into amongst the name.
I signed up for sure.
Yeah, I willingly signed up.
Oh, I was recruited.
By who?
We all look. I look at you weird.
But by Master Zanelore?
Oh,
That guy?
who?
That's
the doorman.
Oh, doorman. Oh, all right, cool. All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I was like, wait, Aiden, did you forget that we discussed it?
Do they have too many scribes in the? Never mind.
That's not a thing. You can't have too many scribes. Do you know how difficult it is to copy books? How time consuming?
I mean, if you're not in a library, one is too much.
All right. Well, okay. So I like the way this is going. We definitely should be good stewards tomorrow, and I'm really excited to get into the interview process. Just let you know, I want to see this.
To get into his, you said palace? His palace?
No, the interview process.
The
there we
interview
go,
process for our ad.
The interview palace.
That is where we're going to call our room.
The IP.
Does the Grand Cheney have conference rooms?
It's got
Grand
boats.
Shanty, yeah.
The courtyard Marriott.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can take them to our rooms.
Empty out that ship. Go for conference boats.
The Grand Conference boat.
We intend to confer, okay?
The Grand Conference poop deck.
We're gonna start expos here. It's gonna be
Gen Con is gonna be.
This shit is Disney.
Metal Con. It's not music though. It's just exotic metals.
It's just exotic.
So, as we wait for these plans, we've got many to go for. We'll choose some directions for next week. Fair dare, possibly some examination. But for that, we're going to have to end for tonight and come back. I always forget where we are, actually. It'll be in 2 weeks. We will be back here.
Right.
That's right. Enough time to discuss plans.
Correct.
See you then, as I will be at the Gen Con. Someone asked me what Gen stood for. I actually didn't know. I was like, I don't know. Just where's
At
there's
the Grand
games.
Cheney.
But we'll see. Y'all then. See ya.
What?
Bye.
Wasn't it Games and Entertainment Conference originally?